Okay, it's Saturday. It's the 31st of August. I see one person in the chat. One person is here, and well, last day of August, 2/3 of the way through the year. Oh, 8 months ago tomorrow was the day that I flew out of England, vowing never to come back, and now I'm here. Kev C, good morning, Ed. Okay. Mark Sanderson, okay. Good morning. It's Saturday morning, and the Pete, hello. Billy Alsop, 6 people here. I wonder how the Wi-Fi is. I'll tell you what's been a disappointment. Vodafone's been a disappointment. I paid 40 quid for and used an extension, and it was okay, but for 40 quid for unlimited data, it's I'm using the Wi-Fi here anyway. Fitzy, how are you doing, Eddie? I'm doing okay after 3 days of 3 days of radiotherapy. It's been the actual radiotherapy. I make it as 8 minutes long. I mean, I'm not timing it, but they played half a song, and then they played Thin Lizzy's Whiskey in the Jar, one of my favourites, and that's about 5.5 minutes. So I put the two together while I'm actually lying there with my Halloween mask on, with these machines, doing their stuff, and I reckon it was about 8 minutes. But by the time I get the hospital transferred to and from the hospital, it's hours. But I'm getting used to it. 3 days, I think that they started it on a Wednesday because 3 days to begin with. I've got the weekend to recuperate from it. So Monday, it's 5 days a week. So it's been painless, no headaches up to now. But I'm told that it'll age me 5 years. So in 6 weeks, I'll age 5 years. So the question I have to ask is, will that entitle me to claim my state pension in another when it's over? Because I'm 62 now. I'll be 67 then in 6 weeks' time. Because that's pensionable age. The Crow, good morning, Eddie. You're looking great. Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. Neil Fleet, morning, Ed from Wavertree. Mark Sanderson, how are you feeling, matey? Good, JJ, good evening from Australia. Carolina Hillbilly. Howdy from Masbate. You have to be careful when you say that. Phil, Scott Green, how are you, Eddie, from Scott, New Zealand? Okay, I'm fine then. Tanda, hi Eddie, how's the treatment been? Well, it's been okay. It's actually been painless. I know that I can't feel anything quite while it's there, while it's doing its stuff. But what I noticed towards the end of it, I start seeing flashing lights, and I have my eyes closed through that mask. I can see flashing lights from above, and then they come out. But it's 8 minutes. It's 8 minutes thereabouts. Nice to hear from you, Tanda. Anyway, Vodafone pretty good in Australia. I'm in England. I'm in the southwest of England, which is terrible for reception. DKC 10% down. Yeah, okay. It does seem like a lot, that 30 sessions, doesn't it? And thanks for the feedback. Somebody made a comment that they have to give you over 30 sessions, because if they were to do it all at once, it'd destroy you. So that makes sense. Everything in moderation. Paul Philippines, Diane Powell, okay. Shane Rana. Morning, Ed. Great to see you looking well. Long may it last. Okay, long may I last. Night, I mean. Andy Baker from Staffordshire. Scott, again, Eddie, from new treatment for cancer in New Zealand. Look into it. Robin Abbott, morning, Eddie. You're looking good. Can't be Thin Lizzy. Yeah, Whiskey in the Jar is my favourite. He made a couple of good songs, didn't he? Whiskey in the Jar, you know, is that's the one that stays in the mind. That's the one that enjoy. I mean, Boys Are Back in Town was a great. They didn't have that many hits in America, did they? I think they were out. You know, for some reason they, you know, but they were a great band. Yeah, John Mitch is here. John Mitch, hi from Pattaya, already had instruction from 3 horizontal aerobic instructors with 24 hours of my arrival. Within 24 hours, well, you've got more energy than me, John. You know, you remind me of that. I was looking at Facebook, and somebody who comes up an awful lot was Oliver Reed, and, you know, old photos of Oliver Reed. And I feel sad when, you know, people say Oliver Reed was famous for his drinking, because I got the feeling towards the end of his career that he didn't want to be famous for that. He wanted to be famous for being a quality actor, which is what he was. But you know, somehow the drinking, and they put this post on that he died in a pub in Malta, drinking with some sailors. And somebody made the comment, what's the matter? He died doing what he loved. He died doing what he loved. So I hate that phrase, to be honest with you. He died doing what he loved, because what you because I hear it too often. A couple of walking through a pathway in the Alaskan wilderness and get torn to pieces by a grizzly bear, and somebody said they died doing what they loved. Really? I mean, you know, it just seems an inappropriate phrase to me. So this is the question: how would you like to die doing what you loved? But I mean, you know, I mean, anyone remember that little girl in the mid-90s? You know, I'll dig out the story sometime. Oh, God, she was about 5 years old. Remember this? She wanted to fly an airplane at 5 years old. And anyway, cut a long story short, it was in a big news story. And you know, she crashed a plane. She died, along with a couple of pilots, and she lost control of the plane. This really, Google it. It's there in the mid-90s. It was on the news, but it seems to have been forgotten about now because it was shameful. You know, how about letting a 5-year-old? Was she 5 or was she 6 or 7? You know, but they let her pilot a plane, and the plane, and you know, crashed, taking with it a couple of pilots. All 3 of them lost their lives on that plane. And then somebody said she died doing what she loved. You couldn't make that up. You couldn't make that up. I'm not making it up. If you look back at that in the 90s. But Jesus, oh God! I mean, letting a young kid pilot an airplane because she oh, it was what she always wanted to do. God Almighty. Anyway, John Mitch, you know, like you triggered that off John Mitch. I mean, because I would like to die having a dirty massage on soy honey. That's how I'd like to die. Maybe, you know, perhaps I will. You know, I you know. Delayed Dave. Alexander Bez. Who's this now? Malos63 watched Terminator 2 in the cinema last night. Great film, one of our Arnie's best, along with Total Recall. And they are. I mean, they are Arnie's best movie. But I think his most underrated movie was The Last Stand. It's so good. I've watched it twice. That's like a remake of High Noon. But it's a great movie. I mean, he plays a sheriff in a small border town in America, and they're waiting for these vicious, Mexican gangsters to come along. And I think that's one of it. That is his most underrated film. The Crow. We're all thinking of you, Eddie, and hope you get bloody back to Thailand and live it up, mate. Gizmo in Asia. Good afternoon. All is well, mate. My mate had them at the mask. He uses a plant pot now. I'd use it for the remake of Halloween, personally. Z Bowers here. Alexander Bears, when do you think Thailand will be back in the cards, buddy? January the 1st, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. In the new year. I think for technical reasons, it would cause problems if I was to attempt to go there now. And I'm not physically capable. I mean, right now, people keep saying, why don't you come to Pattaya and have your radiotherapy there? I mean, can I really enjoy can I really enjoy Pattaya while I'm undergoing radiotherapy? No, get it out the way, we're here. And then my plan is to, if it would depend on what physical condition that I'm in, is to do things when it's over. The last radiotherapy session is a week into October, and that's about right. I'll have a couple of weeks to recover and then start doing things then, if I'm physically capable of it. Delayed Dave, morning Delayed Dave. Robert Jones, first chance, get to Pattaya. I'm not physically capable of doing the things in Pattaya right now. But like I say, January the 1st. That's when I'll be heading that way. I think I'll make a few European, and I've got something to talk about European. Travels first of all. There's an important issue there. See, Bow, can they give you anything like steroids or testosterone to help you build your legs? And I think I'm already taking a variety of tablets, and steroids is one of them. So go pure blood. There's little Eddie going, we're getting one. The little Eddie is dormant right now. I mean, I seem to have lost it. I mean, I'm watching videos on Amazon and Netflix. Ignoring Anissa Kate for someone. So I haven't watched Anissa Kate for a long time. Nathan, greetings from York. Chopper Harris, you keep physio, now you're getting zapped. Well, yeah. I mean, my physical condition isn't perfect, but I haven't declined. I haven't gone backwards. I'm still improving. I haven't gone backwards, like I thought. Carolina Hillbilly, okay. Gold pure blood. Is that an answer to the question? Rumpy Pumpy with the spinner, a solid 10. Okay. TKC, Oliver Reed on the David Letterman show from the late 80s, one of the all-time great interviews. But I got the impression that Oliver Reed, like you say, I see all these posts about him being, and I've seen with people like Alec Higgins and well-known P heads like that. And these were talented people. They wanted to be known for the talent. I mean, I feel Oliver Reed, he got tired, as I read it, he got tired of being known, but it was his own fault, I suppose. I mean, he made his drink in public. Yeah, Nathan Chuck. I would love to die doing what I love, lying on my back, getting a good Rogerin. Lester Bangs. Lester Bangs, there's a name for you. I wouldn't mind trying to get a vat of mint ice cream with chocolate bits. So. Each to their own. Mallows, dive doing what you love. How many have died of a heart attack having rumpy pumpy? I wouldn't mind that. At least you could. Steve Williams, doing what I love, not a show. If they told they were going to die, I would do it. Okay. Gold pure blood. Michael Gineas is here. How are you feeling? Okay, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Thank you. Nice to hear from you. Tuffola. John Mitch, I am meeting a massage girl this evening. Good for you. So massage girls are the best kept secret. I mean, there's some beautiful massage girls. I remember one of my regulars in Soy Chiapum, which used to be the best street. It used to rival Soy Honey, but not anymore. And I remember one of my massage girls, looked like a Thai version of Kate Moss. If you can imagine that, I mean, she was like so cool, and oh my god. Steve Williams, last stand must watch. Bloody, it's so good. I watched it twice. I mean, that is one of his lesser known movies, but that is a good movie. And like the villains and Arnie's on good form. Everything's on good form. Is that on Netflix now, or is it on something else? I watched it recently, and so impressed with it. David Coleman, hi Eddie. I hope all's going well. Okay, it is going well right now. It's the title says it all. Three down, 27 to go. Nate Amin, girl pilot, was 7 years old. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for that. I seem to recall being 7 years old. Is there any difference between that? I mean, she died doing something she loved. I think a lot of people have got to answer for that, really, letting her do that. And that's, I mean, for those who don't remember this story, it was in the mid-90s. A 7-year-old girl in America captured the public's hearts. She wanted to fly an airplane. So the publicity surrounded, and they let her pilot an airplane with a couple of experienced pilots, and they got caught in a storm, and all three of them died. And somebody said, well, I remember who it was who said it, but yeah, somebody said she died doing what she loved. You couldn't make that up. I mean, letting a 7-year-old girl pilot a plane, it wasn't just her life, it was the life of other people. Oh, God almighty. And no wonder that's been forgotten about. There's those who'd rather forget about it. January the 1st, let's get you back. Bangkok Bird. Good to see your Wi-Fi sorted. Oh, so isn't it? It's not exactly sorted now. It's still misbehaving. Ben, can you walk normally? No. David Coleman, Eddie, I'm booking into a 4-star resort in the Dominican Republic. 42 months. 42 Yeah, come here, but you know, Dominican. I haven't been there. You know, for 2 months. For 2 months, he means. Okay, 2 months. I've heard the Dominican's good. You know, that's good. Good luck to you, David. Andrew Johnson, my friend from Pattaya. Hello, Eddie. Good the therapy has started. Can I ask how's your mobility going? It's going well, but I need a stick. I need a stick, and I have difficulty with stairs. Stairs are very, very precarious for me because I did have a fall last week. Not in stairs, but on a slope outside. I fell and I couldn't get up again. I had to be lifted off the floor, and that was the first time I'd fallen since my hotel in Pattaya. So anyway, so let's get the therapy over and done with. See if I'm still standing then. You know, but nice to hear from you, Andrew. I hope all's well. I hope all's well in Pattaya. Martin Saunders, hi Eddie, good evening from your New Zealand friends. Oh, really? Okay. Now, this brings me, I'll mention New Zealand in a minute. What's the beach behind you, Ed? That's Wahin. I walked along that beach, and Wahin is good. Is good. It's a good town. Tandra, are you getting any physiotherapy to help you with walking? Are you doing it myself? To be honest with you, since I've been in hospitals, physiotherapy has been the damp squib of even in the hospital where I was. I'm getting no physiotherapy here. I'm having to do it all myself. But I'm not really exercising now. I mean, I'm not stuck at my hospital tag on it. I'm not really exercising now, but I'm my exercise is walking with a stick, and I'll just get the physiotherapy all over with. I'm glad that's underway. So no, I'll just get the, what did I just say then? I'll get the radiotherapy out of the way with. That's what I'll that's my priority right now. But physiotherapy were unreliable. They didn't do much. JJ, the steroids are for brain swelling. Bobby Cross, I hope it's all going well for you, Eddie. It's okay. I'm getting used to the rigmarole of the patient transport. I mean, you'd have to wait some time for them, but it's a routine. It gets me out of the house anyway, and I've got another like 5.5 weeks of it. David Coleman, Eddie, it's 4:30 a.m. here in Toronto. It's hard finding you live. Okay, well, the world is on different time zones. I can't help that. Oh. But BW, hi Steady. Is this different to chemo? Wishing you all the best. Chemo. There's one word in chemo, and it's spelled CH. It begins with it begins with CHEM. That's what chemotherapy begins with. And the key word that I don't like is chemicals. I haven't had chemo, and because I'm told that it's not going to do me any good, and it makes me nauseous and all negative things. Radiotherapy seems to be the soft option, and that's exactly what it's called. I was thinking I may be misspelling it. It could be radiation treatment, maybe RT, but there's a sign at the hospital that says radiotherapy. So that's what it's called. And that's like a comforting word, and it's not painful. I haven't tried chemo, but I think radiotherapy is definitely the softer option. But I'm told, I mean, a nurse told me the other day, I said, on the way out, I said, it's painless. And she actually said something like, where's the effect of? Well, all the side effects, as it progresses, all the side effects come later. Okay, so it's painless now, and I've got the side effects to look forward to. So, like I say, I'm told that it's going to age me about 5 years. Hello from Buffalo Billy. Hello from Liverpool. I'm from Edinburgh, but here for a holiday. Okay. Going on holiday to Liverpool. That sounds strange that to someone who was brought up in the recession there. Liverpool was the most negative place to be in the 1980s. So, I can't forget that. Yeah. Scott Green, has anyone been to Colombia or South America? What's it like? I spent 6 months on the South American continent and 2 months on the Central American continent. So I visited a variety of places. Colombia is a beautiful country. I do hear that. I mean, it was one of the most dangerous places in the world at one time. But then, I went there 2010. It was picking up then. I mean, it had a reputation and all the dangers are behind. But I hear that it's gone backwards now, and now it's not safe anymore. So it's beautiful, and Cartagena is a lovely Spanish colonial town. The Caribbean, if you get a boat out, those islands are, they're beautiful, and the water is so warm. Colombia is, I mean, the people are okay, but don't get involved in anything you shouldn't get involved in. I crossed the border from Ecuador into Colombia, and a couple of Western guys, no, a couple of Japanese guys wanted to share my cab crossing the border, and I said no. They were being stingy. They were being stingy. They wanted to save on it. They wanted to cross the border with me. They wanted to share my cab or to the border with Colombia. And I said no, because I'm not sharing a cab with anyone. I'll pay the full fare. You have to be careful crossing these borders. And I remember as soon as I crossed the border from Ecuador into Colombia, straight away, some of the taxi drivers offered me, D's, naughty substances that they make in Colombia. Oh, I thought, welcome to Colombia. But my first night in Colombia, I spent that as a border town in Ipiales, and I stepped out into the night time, and and I felt nervous. Well, as you would, because of its reputation. But I met some Colombian people, and what they do is they buy a bottle of rum and they sit at a table and share shots, and they wanted to talk to me because I'm English. They wanted to learn English. I found this quite common in Brazil and other countries, that these people, these native people, they like talking to English people, because they see it as a way of picking up the language. So I found the Colombian people to be great, but Brazil is terrific. It's a terrific country. Bolivia is a terrific. That's more authentic South American than Peru. Argentina is the most overrated one. It's overrated. It's not like the essential South America. Well, mate, I thought it, but I just thought it was overrated. But anyway, that's what South America, and don't forget the Central American countries of Nicaragua or Costa Rica, which I thought Costa Rica was overrated, but Nicaragua is like it's like the Bolivia of Central America. It's authentic and I stayed in a private. Oh, you see, like you just asked that questions and you brought back a flood of my travel thoughts. If you go there, say hello to Sandra from the Amazon. She looks like Mariah Carey. Lisa Dale's Gambia love. I've met this person in Pattaya. Good luck, Eddie. I will not give Lisa my land until your treatment is finished. Thinking of you. Okay. I've met this guy. I met this guy, and he doesn't look like his name might suggest. We have a BBC in the building, okay. David Coleman, I'm going to die at the hands of a jealous husband, I know it. I'm going to die down of a jealous husband. I know it. Okay, fine, fine. As if Sharik, how's the treatment going, my brother? Um, the treatment, it's got off to a good start, but like I say, I heard this from a nurse the other day. I said it's been painless up to now, and she did say something like, don't worry, don't worry. It's like the side effects kick in later as you get towards the end. I got that to look forward to. So nice to hear from you anyway. Dixie Knobs, how's your book 3 going, fella? It's going. It's I can't get into it. It's got all the credentials of the first, and but it's my mind. My mind is not there. It's not there as it was. I was focused on the first 2. I can't focus on this one. So maybe later, it's not. I should have had that out now, but I'm not the person that I was. Understand, so whether I'll get that out is another matter. Brian Cuthbertson, we're all on the clock, Eddie. It's now a man ends up that has affected the hearts and minds of others. Well said. Very, very nicely said. Neil Fleet, are you bringing back Roger or Dodger for a bit of fun? I could do Roger or Dodger. But don't forget that I left that towards the end of those live streams, which I used to do, during the lockdown. I mean, some people love Roger or Dodger, and some people used to switch off. They used to switch it. They absolutely hated it. They hated it. So it's not on the cards. David Coleman, stupid way for a 7-year-old girl to die, if you ask me. I blame. I don't blame her. She's not old enough to know better. I mean, but you know who I blame. I blame everyone else who was involved in it. Heartbreaking. I can't believe. That was a news story. It's been forgotten about now. You don't hear people mentioning that. But that was in the mid-90s, about 30 years ago, and that is one that stands out. News stories that you couldn't make it up. You couldn't make that up. Oh, well. Remboy, I can't walk normally, Ed. Don't worry about it. Is that before or after you've been with the rich old man? Ped's outside. Ped's outside. Bango. Bangkok there, damn squid. No, it's damn squib with the B. It's damn squib. I know what that means. It's like a firework that they used to, an incendiary device, and if it goes damp, it used to blow up things years ago, and if it got damp, it didn't ignite, and they call it a damp squib. A squib was like an incendiary device. Mobility scooter Jimbo and Mary Travels. Afternoon ever with sunny Pattaya Beach. It's the 2020. I'm not there to enjoy it. Oh, look. I better plug this in. Oh, oh, that's better. That's better. The battery. Anyway, Aussie Terrier, will you get more treatment after the radiation? Bloody opener. I don't want to spend the whole winter going back and forward to the hospital. You know, I want to be doing things. You know, because it's scheduled to be my last winter. Gordon French, thank you. Have you discussed your travel plans, feasibility with the doctors? No. Ian UK, similar. I met Ian. Ed, have you mentioned to your consultant that you want to get away with the treatment? I have mentioned it. I have mentioned it. David Cohen, I decided to go to the Dominican Republic this winter because of the great deal I got. And it's only a 4-hour flight. So Sua Beach is the Pattaya of the Caribbean. Yeah, but they've all got big bums there, haven't they? I've seen pictures of that. I don't like women with big bums. Aussie Terrier, why not ask your doctors first if you're allowed to travel? Do you think I'll have their permission? Do you think I'll wait around for their permission? You know, I mean, if they say no, I'll say, whose life is it anyway? That's what I'll say. I'll say, well, I'm going. If it's my last winter, I'm going to do what I've got. A man's got to do what a man's got to do. Brett Hostel, Colombia is absolutely sensational. Bangkok Bert has got it. Eddie should do what he wants. No point staying in the UK for constant appointment. Yeah, that's my way of thinking. Thanks, Bangkok Bert. Andrew Johnson, it's amazing the difference between when I was visiting you in Sriracha Hospital and your inability. Physically, you've improved the leaps and bounds. Hopefully, you will get full movement again. My full movement is stalled. My recovery is stalled for the moment. I'm not getting. I'm not but you know, it's good. I can do things now. I can do things now which I couldn't do before because I was bedbound for a couple of months. So thanks anyway. Moto Kenny, Barry from EastEnders is here. PJ, are you going to lose your hair, Eddie? This is what they say. I mean, I hope it loses the hair on me body because I'm like a gorilla underneath there. So I don't care really. Here's the last thing on my mind. Oxford Wildlife Camp. I had you off to Thailand for a month. Glad you're upbeat and lively. Good luck, bud, with your treatment for the content. Okay, so I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump because there's a question that I'd like to ask. There's a question that I'd like to ask. I'm going to apply for this GHIC. Now, has anyone got any opinions of this? Has anyone got what GHIC is? It was suggested to me by someone in the chat here. Funnily enough, GHIC, it's a global health insurance card, and it's free. I mean, not many people know about it. I assume that now that Britain has pulled out of the European Union, that you can you can say goodbye to using their health services. But a global health insurance card replaces something like the European health insurance card. And basically what it is, it's a card where you can use the hospitals in European countries like Spain within reason. But has anyone got any opinions on this? Because I'm going to apply for it, because I will do a couple of European trips. That's the plan anyway. And I won't get full insurance. I won't get full insurance. And European countries, they're the ones that I can, if I run into trouble, I can come back by land, rather than airplane. Global health insurance card, there's a few scammers out there, so you don't pay for this. If any, you get it from the internet, from the NHS app, the NHS website, and basically you don't pay for it. If anyone asks you to pay for it, then it's a scam. But apparently it's easy to apply for, and it's useful, but it says that you must have insurance as well. I don't know what if you can use at least the GHIC is something to have when I go to a European country, because apparently it's as I read it, it's you can use basic within reason. Health service, and you just pay for the prescription, and for A, all covered by the national health. Or if you do have to pay for anything, you only pay what the locals pay. So, has anyone got any opinions on GHIC? I'm going to look into. I'm going to apply for it and then make a video about it. So I mean. I won't get insurance. I may as well forget about insurance, because no one's going to insure me for anything. So, but if I make a couple of European journeys, at least that card is some kind of a backup. But like you say, I'm a bit mystified. They say like it'll be useful, but as long as you've got insurance, you should have insurance as well. I mean, what happens if you don't have insurance? I mean, can you still use the card? Does anyone know anything about this? Greetings from Iran, Eddie. Praying for your full recovery and stay strong, mate. Okay, thank you. Iran, never had that one before. Oh yeah, and by the way, New Zealand is covered under the global health. That's what I meant to say about New Zealand. Apparently, they're covered. And Brett, who goes to New Zealand, is covered under the global health insurance card, and a couple of other countries as well. David Coleman, you will never get health insurance now. Sorry, you're on the no-go list. Okay, let's cheer me up. Gerald Mawson, keep going steady. By the time you finish, you'll be the same age as me, 74. Okay. John Little, GHC, it's free, takes 5 minutes to apply and useful in any EU country. It says it's useful, but what I've said, with everything that I've read or seen about it, says that you should have insurance as well, travel insurance. I mean, why? If that's like it does what the national health does. It's limited. It does. I can't go into the details about what the national health does in Britain and what that card does in the European country, because it's not necessarily the same. You may have to pay something, but it's better than nothing, as I read it. Yeah, I Eddie. Good to see you in such high spirits. First-hand experience in medical care in Spain. There is no free care for Brits anymore. So what? So what is the GHIC? I mean, you know, are you going to fly business class, 5-star hotels? You know, don't know, don't know yet. And Moz, thank you. Ian Fitton, hi Eddie. What happened to shaving off your moustache? I don't know. I've got kind of getting used to it. Buffalo Billy, what does it cover? John Little, mind of this, but need to pay for the major ups. Minto, sort out a bucket list while you're waiting for your next travel. Good morning, Eddie. Good morning to you. Travel food is life. Mate, you're looking strong by the day. Thailand loading. Okay, thank you. David Coleman, the shot was real. Why did millions of people still get the antivirus? Okay, so has anyone got any opinion on GHIC, the Global Health Insurance Card? Other than it's. I'm a bit vague about. I mean, the thing is, what I've learned about it up to now is that when you apply for it online, you must go to the official NHS website. Don't go to any website that charges you a fee for it, because that's a scam, that is. You don't pay anything. This is what I understand. And what I understand is that it covers you for a lot of things in European countries. But outside, it covers you for certain other countries, and New Zealand is one of them. I'm not planning on going to New Zealand, but it covers you there. But then, James Hamilton, this is what, James, GHIC just means that you get what the local residents get free. For example, if prescriptions were subsidised by the state in the country, then yours will be too. Well, how about A&E? How about an emergency? How about if I fell over and broke a bone? Would that be covered by GHIC? John Little can go to any hospital, get free, but it won't. Oh yeah, that's the thing. It won't help you return. You have to find it. It won't cover the cost of flying back to the UK. Well, that's a gamble, isn't it? That's a gamble that I think I'll have to take. That's a gamble that I'll have to take. The thing about the European countries is that there's other ways of getting back. It's long-winded, but John Little can go to any hospital, get free treatment, but it won't help you return to UK. Okay. GHIC maybe not good for Thailand. Check the country. Yeah, Thailand's not included in it. Shane, they won't treat your cancer, but if you need emergency care medicine, break your leg, etc., you can see. Well, that's the thing. I mean, because if I fall over, I'm amazed that I haven't broken any bones, because I fell over about half a dozen times in Pattaya, including in a couple of bars, and I had to be picked up off the floor. And I fell over here the other day going down a slope, and again I had to be picked up off the floor. So I'm amazed that I haven't broken any bones up to now. But Shane, they won't treat your cancer with it, but if you need a medicine, break your leg, so you can. Well, that's useful, isn't it? So do I need insurance, which I'm not likely to get? Michael Janae's, Australia and New Zealand have reciprocal arrangement with the NHS. You get same service and they can't refuse you, mate. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not planning on Australia or New Zealand, but Buffalo Billy, Thailand, not on the list. I do know that. I'm aware of that. Rudolph Jacobs, thank you. Okay, so I'll apply for this thing. Thanks for thanks for your feedback, guys, because it was somebody on here on this live stream who told me about GHIC, and it's apparently not many people know about it, but like I say, if you're going to investigate this, it's free as long as you go to the NHS official NHS website. There's a few scammers out there who will charge you for it. Avoid them like the plague. But anyway, thanks for coming along, guys. It's 50 minutes now, and I better go and get out and do a bit of. I better go out and do a bit of shopping. Get my diet ginger beer. And all of that, and cappuccinos and stuff. Let's see. Okay, so have a good day, a good weekend, guys, and I'll see you in September, which is tomorrow. I mean, 2/3 of the way through the year. 8 months ago tomorrow, that's when I left England, vowing never to return. And now, oh well, such is life. Okay, have a good weekend, guys.